Hello, hello, hello! I am Kazasagi Usagi, and I am here with more Final Fantasy XIV. So, all that we're doing today is... I have to turn in these oranges. Thank you. Is doing class quests, catching up on all of that. My goal before we start Shadowbringers next week, on Saturday, is to get Dark Knight to level 70. So, but we will take what we have first, which is we were starting Dragoon. We're looking for the little white dragon's mom, dad. I think it's the mom. Let's see. We were going to Reunion, I think. Ooh, ba ba ba. Do 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 do. Well, as these energetic children have come to me, it feels only natural that I try questioning them first. Perhaps your time would be best spent asking some of the more mature Aura if they know anything about the dragon Yodo mentioned. A black dragon in these parts, sure I know of it. The storytellers say that the fiend awakens once every few decades and goes on a wild rampage. When it's had its fill of destruction, it returns to its lair in the northwestern mountains and slumbers. If any tribe were able to slay such a beast, it would bring them great honor. We Orinor have had our eyes on it for quite some time. It's very... Couldn't see the orange dots on my map because I have all these quests. You are looking for the dragon, are you? I did hear there's been a sighting recently. First one in 100 years, apparently. Not that I believe any of that nonsense. It would not surprise me if the whole story was dreamed up by some fool Orinor in his cups. Up, up, up. We're not going to get anything out of the Castir. It seems you would be better served asking elsewhere. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, they can't tell us anything. Akali, help! These children are not playing nice. I don't suppose you have fared any better. And it's said to live in the northwest. If the dragon has truly been sighted recently, our timing is perfect. I am glad we did not come this far, only to find it in the midst of a deep slumber. Let us head for the mountains in the northwest. Now, children, do you not think it is time you were making your way back to Mummy and Daddy? We grown-ups have business to attend to. If Q is here, and she is not, you would all be very impressed. Because I'm about to fly. I have 2 places in Shadowbringers with flight unlocked. Too little, too late, I realize, but makes this a little easier. Which is good, because I did not want to run across this whole place. It's quite far. Ooh. This seems as good as an area as any to commence our search. Ready to get started, Akali? Well then, let us see if we cannot wait. What is that smell? Are we about to learn that the locals refer to this warrior as a black dragon? Are you also on the hunt for this dragon? Hunt? Perish the thought, we have come to speak with it. Now I've heard everything. Speak, you say? You may be calm and willing to talk, but I assure you that the black-scaled monster is not in the mood. It has thrashed 8 of our finest warriors. We are disgraced, but I must inform our Khan of the battle's outcome. Well, he certainly was not interested in staying here any longer. Come along, Akali. I think we may have finally found Fwanham this time. Where are we going, little guy? Oh, there she is. It is her, I am sure of it. Oh. There he goes. My Dragoon buttons are not in the same place as they are on Kazakh. I beg of you, listen to me. She's mad with fury. My voice does not reach her. This clash will only end if one of you perishes. Let us retreat for now and rethink our approach. We have come so far and overcome so many obstacles, yet when we finally meet Fwanham, we cannot even speak with her. My apologies, Akali, but pray return to reunion without me. I need some time to take all this in. Perhaps a spot of hunting would help clear my mind. Reunion is far. I think it's all the way across. Yes. I didn't do too bad in that Dragoon fight. even used my elusive jump pretty well, I would. If I do say so myself, if I give myself a nice little pat on the back. Yes, I am somewhat calmer now, Akali. Thank you for asking. The key to all of this is discovering the source of Fuonhem's rage. Once we know this, we can decide our next move. Pray give me some time. I will not allow our journey to end in failure. Oh, fuck yeah. Ornkai is in very low spirits. Oh, it lasts so much longer now. Colleen, nice to see you again. Pray forgive me. I have not made any progress in ascertaining the reason for Fuonhem's rage. It is truly pathetic. I have been alive far, far longer than you, and yet have nothing to show for it. Surely you do not think me younger than you. I may be small, but you should know that we Dravanians live far longer than any man. Wait, we do live an awfully long time. Akali, I think I may have got it. Dravanians live for aeons. I have heard tales of golem bursty of dragons going into seclusion for centuries while carrying grief in their hearts. Ultimately, they are unable to bear the strain, and it breaks something fundamental within them. Many a year will not need to pass before I become of age to choose a consort, but I believe they help in saving oneself from the abyss of isolation. This is why your kind elects to marry, is it not? I have no idea why anyone marries. Truly? I had considered you more worldly than that, but it seems I was wrong. Regardless, I am almost certain Fuonhem's fury has caused by the profound loneliness she has endured over the past millennium. Leaving father's side after they spent so long together must have caused her intense anguish. The question is, how do we heal her pain? I see you two survived your talk with the dragon. Was it as fruitful a discussion as you had hoped for? Not that it matters much. A group of Castir merchants have pooled their resources and hired a hunter, said to be quite handy with a lance. I have my doubts he's capable of slaying the worm, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to watch him try. I wonder who the dragon slayer in question could be. I struggle to imagine that there are many men with the skill to go toe-to-toe with a dragon like Fuonhem. However, if he's truly a threat, we cannot risk him reaching her before us. We may not have a plan, but we have little choice. Come, Akali, let us hurry to where we last saw Fuonhem. Whoosh. I love Twintania. Alright, let's do it. Remember failing this by accident. I was not paying attention. I'll do better this time. Where is she? We must find her before that hunter does. 'Tis good to see you again, warrior of light. 'Twould seem that we two Azure Dragoons share one target, though I suppose neither of us still hold that mantle. Old habits do not die so easily. The Azure Dragoon of Ishgard? And who exactly is your diminutive friend, Akali? A journey to the Far East in search of an ancient worm's consort. Quite a tale indeed. At the end of my own journey, I chose to continue my travels and eventually found myself in the Far East. It was here that word of the dragon you seek reached mine ears. It had been my intention to act as an intermediary between man and dragon, assuming the beast could be reasoned with. If not, I was prepared to brandish my lance. Regardless, I would wager that the young one has the right of it. What is more, she is doubtless still suffering from the effects of Nidhogg's hateful dirge that summoned the horde. The dreadworm's hold over his brood was absolute. His unquenchable thirst for vengeance spread through the horde, leaving none untouched. To think one of them was able to resist his call to decimate Ishgard. It should come as no surprise that she would succumb to madness. The worm spent a millennium in solitude, resisting Nidhogg's demands of vengeance. I can think of but one way she may be saved. We weakened her enough that she is willing to listen to reason. We have already tried that approach. It did not work last time, and I very much doubt repeating it will change anything. I do not advocate the same approach, little one. I would have you do more than simply talk to her. Nay, you shall use your roar. That is the only way you can hope to let her know that the war is ended, and that her consort awaits her in the skies above. My roar? You have the 2 dragoons that bested Nidhogg at your side. There is naught to fear. All you need do is harness your roar to clear the haze that clouds the worm's eyes. I shall do my best. Should we fail again, I fear we may not be blessed with another chance. Pray lend me your strength, Azure Dragoons. Let us depart. The frenzied dragon awaits us on Burnham's Meadow. Its time is nigh to free her from the war's tragedy. Estinian, you're holding aggro? I'm so proud of you. I guess I should do my positionals. If he's gonna hold aggro, there's no reason not to. Oh shit. God damn you jumps. And then this one is... Uh-oh. It's my aggro now. Oh, I'm sorry, little dragon. And I'm definitely sorry to Estinian. Oh, they're fine. Estinian took no damage. Okay. There we go. Oh, I see. That's how I messed up before. Oh, I lost them. Estinian, can I use your tether? I cannot. Oh? Uh-oh. My bad. With me. Now, little one, roar with all your being. Funim, hear my cry. Why must we go to war? I have no ill will, no desire to fight. I have only silence, a most deafening silence. It's no use, I cannot reach her. Do not be so quick to abandon hope, my son. I came for thee, dearest Funahem. Those wings of white, long have they filled my dreams. Vidnifer, my love. Father! Noble dragoons, Oronkai, I give you my thanks. Were it not for your succor, I would not have been reunited with my beloved. Allow me to thank you as well. I had truly thought Vidnifer lost to me. Your words will scarce be enough to convey mine appreciation. When the conflict began 1,000 years past, Nidhogg demanded we exact vengeance upon man. However, I refused to allow his hatred to take root within me. I could not bring myself to forget the days when I soared the azure skies with Vidnifer, night on back. A dragon cannot simply shut her ears to her sire's call. To do so would cause her great torment. Thus I bid Funem flee to the east, that she might live in peace until the final strains of the Dragonsog War did fade to an end. Duty bound to protect Zenith, I remained behind in Dravania, but ever did I regret not following my heart and my beloved. It was after she left for eastern lands that thou didst come into this world, my son. Now I finally see why I was given a name meaning one born of sadness. Alas, I fear I'll never be your match, father. Wenham barely even noticed my roar. Belittle not your efforts, Orenkai. I should not have known to come here were it not for thy roar. It reached my ears, strong and clear, as I soared the skies above. Father. Ahem. Well, I suppose you are quite keen to talk with Fwenham. It has been quite some time since you last met, after all. Let us make haste. I am not used to seeing my father so enamored. Not quite what I expected when I took on this job, I must admit, but it has been quite something to see what that young dragon is capable of. I give you both of you my sincerest thanks. I find myself especially indebted to you, Akali. Our adventures investigating these lands shall live long in my memory. And you, Edra Dragoon, your strength far exceeds the tales I have heard. Your words are appreciated, but the appellation is unnecessary. I have long since left that life behind. My past experiences with Nidhogg had made me eager to see Fwenham saved. When the Dreadworm took me as his vessel, I felt his bad heart's papillations as my own. There was no end to the sadness and distress that flowed from his soul. However, if it was this ordeal that allowed me to harness the dragon within, while retaining my sense of self. You ought to be capable of the same by now, Akali. It shall doubtless serve you well in battles to come. If you are truly done with your old title, then I have a proposal for a new one. The Crimson Dragoon. Much more befitting now that the two of you fight alongside dragons, harnessing their strength as your own. Ha! I can see myself warming up to this new name. The best of luck to you, Orankai. I expect you to be as strong as your father the next time our paths do cross. Warrior Flight, I do look forward to the day when we are able to fight side by side once more. Keep well. He shall have nothing to worry about. I shall become just as capable as father, so that I may someday soar the skies with a dragoon like you on my back. Thank you once again for everything, Akali. It is time for me to begin the journey home with father and Fwenham. But know that I will ever be in your debt. I sincerely hope this is not the last of our adventures. Oh, we're not going to read that short story until after Shadowbringers. But there is one. Fighting alongside your friends stirs the blood of the dragon within. Where Orankai and Estinian do hang out together. And, Courage born in fear. And, go on these adventures and stuff as Estinian struggles to make money and other things like that. Oh, my dragon gauge is expanded. Alright. I will show off the dragoon gear, but it is not better for me to wear by any means. My new lance is pretty cool, though. It's got a little dragon on it. Is it Estinian's outfit? No, it's not. It's close, though. Oh, it kind of is his outfit, actually. Close that. Oh, this helmet is so much. It's so much. That's just what it looks like. I need to take off this helmet. It's very bad. Put the circlet back on. Okay. That is done. What do we got next? I think we have one red mage quest to do. We did all of Dancer. So let's go do red mage is in Idleshire. I don't know how far we are. I know that Arya is possessed or something. She's not in good shape. So Red Mage Dad hangs out here. What quest number are we on? 63. Alright, we have 2 Red Mage quests to do. Zurin proposes a journey to the Cradle of Red Magery. Are you ready to depart? The journey I have in mind will take us to the mountains of Garabania, where we will visit the ziggurat built by the Red Mages of Eld. Lambert and I once explored these ancient ruins, searching for knowledge of the first incarnation of red magic. That was long ago, before we met Curtis and joined the revolution. Before I realized the manner of hidden wisdom for which Lambert had been truly seeking. Oops, I skipped a bunch of dialogue. Arya, my friend, I must ask you remain here and continue your convalescence, and no spell casting. Not even a lick of flame to light a candle. In your weakened state, we know not how suddenly the hunger might return. Yes, of course. Just the thought of what might happen is enough to make me feel ill. I'll be fine in my sickbed, but what of you two? Are you really going to travel all the way to Garabanya just for me? What would you do if the positions were reversed? If Akali were afflicted by a condition you knew a cure might be found beyond the mountains, what then? Why, I would be out the door in a moment. Thank you, Arya. That you would respond so empathetically is the reason we have no qualms about doing the same for you. Arya's work. worked so hard to master her skills, and I imagine it'd be hard to refrain from training for a while, but she must recover from her exhaustion first, before aught else. Come, Akali, the ziggurat awaits. Rest well, Arya. We shall return as swiftly as we are able. Carabanya. I don't have flying here, to the surprise of nobody. I thought about getting in Garabanya, and I didn't. I was also very tired last night. I'll have it next time, for what good that does us at present. I hope I'm going the right way. Well, I could have gone a better way, but in the end it doesn't matter over much. I like these dinky little trees with very few leaves. B rank? Oh no, just a regular bug. It just was like the only one and so big. But I see others now. Let's begin our expedition, shall we? Be on the lookout for stone tablets bearing the histories of the Red. Did I mention that it was our forebears in the art who constructed the ziggurat? It was built to suppress the unstable weather that has whipped up in the wake of the area's calamity, a sort of dampening weight that has slowed the land's raging currents of aether to a trickle. In time, however, the ziggurat also became a library where successive generations of red mages enshrined their stories and their secrets. 'Tis a shame that so many of these precious slates have since been lost to plunders, or simply worn down by the ravages of time. As such, I do not expect to find a fully intact record of Lambert's ghastly rite, but at the very least we should discover hints of what the transformation ritual entails. You take one way and I'll take the other, and we'll both take care not to fall prey to Karen bandits. I immediately fall prey to Kieran bandits. Be another one around the back. Wow. Oh, it might actually be up there. Oh no, it's right there. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. I just landed in a group of them. uh, that could have been very bad. It was very bad. What could have been worse? Why are you still out here? How did you fare? I discovered a number of tablets myself, which, while positively fascinating, offered little on the subject of occult rituals. Oh, a stone tablet detailing the process of concocting a chemical potion of Magery origin. A stone tablet filled with the folklore of ancient Ampador. A stone tablet filled with the folklore of of red mages. Oh, interesting. Carabania is a far place for Makai and Ampador. Well, not so much Ampador. That's just down in the forest, but Makai is quite far. Oh, if I'm reading this one correctly, you may have found exactly what we were looking for. It appears to be a record from a time before the red magic was unified as a distinct discipline. The passage describes a rite by which you can make a pact with a void sign and ingest its blood in exchange for supernatural power. Even amongst their kin, certain creatures of the void harbor a voracious appetite for living ether. Lambard must have acquired the ability to siphon his victim's life force from one such fiend. The practice in question is said to have started with the family of Makai sorcerers who lived in the era preceding the Sixth Umbral Calamity. Of course it came from Makai. For red mages, whose art draws so heavily upon their own aether, there's an obvious, if distasteful, advantage to stealing a foe's life energies. I have, Sprightly, but I hope your week gets better. And if one can employ such energies to fortify and sustain one's own form as Lambard did, then one can even wield magics beyond the limitations of ordinary mortals. Not surprisingly, however, its tendency to result in aether-starved madmen led the rite to being declared a forbidden art. There's more. Some mention of an alchemical concoction that would serve to sate the hunger for aether when living prey was unavailable, and the helpful scribe has even included a method for its preparation. Arya's transformation was strikingly similar to Lambard's. Surely this concoction would prove effective at curbing her condition as well. Let's see here. It seems the main ingredient is a chunk of semi-crystallized aether. Such a substance could be drawn from the core of a Urolth, and I'm thinking the bigger the better. If I recall correctly, the Urolths are to be found in the east, in the vicinity of the Sleeping Stones. Pray find yourself one of the larger specimens and procure an aetherical core. Once you have what we need, we can rendezvous at the hamlet of Alagania. I shall busy myself collecting the other ingredients. Ah, yes. Oh, they're doing blue mage stuff. Probably just leveling, I guess. I don't think there's a spell over here. I don't think so, anyway. No, the rats definitely don't have a spell. These guys might, though. Are these Urloths? No, they're Rudsuds. Well, so I have done some blue mage raiding. We're actually we cleared A12S. And we were working on A8S. We were going backwards. Because we wanted to do the hardest thing first. It is yes and no is really the only answer I can give as far as it's like if it's broken or not. You pump out a lot of damage, but the problem being, um, the problem being is that you have two mages, two squishy caster mages that need to tank raid, like actual tank busters. Mage bodies are not, they are not made for that. They are not made to take tank busters. When we were doing A12S. Oh, hello. I am not too bad. I hope you have been well. You just told me school life was busy, and so I was trying to think of what else to ask. But yes, I have been well. Not too bad. But yeah, so you have these like a tank buster will kill the blue mage. So at the time when we were doing it at level, when blue mage the highest level was 60, there wasn't a lot of like, where am I and what am I doing with myself? There weren't a lot of like, there just wasn't enough sometimes. Like you had to be very, our two tanks had to be very on point with like their skills, but there would still be times when like, this isn't what I need to kill, guaranteed. But there would be times when like, so they would put on their skills to do the tank buster, but because of the nature of like raids and stuff, they would still get auto attacked and die. Because on top of having two like mages that aren't meant to like to be tanks, you also have two mages that aren't meant to be healers. And so like we don't have the robust healing catalog that like a white mage has. And it was like, so there would be times when I would be spamming healing trying to keep my main tank alive, because while he's being tank busted, he also taking auto attacks, and those hurt too. Those hurt a lot. They're meant for tanks. Oh, it was just like, it was insanity. That being said, it was a lot of fun, and I wish we were still blue mage rating, but we are seeking an 8th to this day still. That being said, you can skip a lot of mechanics despite like needing to be at level. You can't do them unsynced. You have to do these raids synced. So you do pump out a lot of damage, and you don't have to worry about a lot of the like later mechanics, or even seeing enraged for that matter. I'm supposed to start it here. Which is nice. When we cleared A12S, there's a move that blue mages have, and it's called Final Sting. And they're supposed to do it, so Final Sting does a percentage of your health with a multiplier, but the downside is that it kills you. So everyone has to like do this thing to make sure that it's as potent as possible, so I can't even remember some of the spells that you're supposed to do. And then you Final Sting, and people were starting to do their Final Stings, and I could hear everyone sort of yelling at me, and they're like, Final Sting! Final Sting! And I was like panicking because I don't have like the Final Sting rotation. It's not technically supposed to come to you, so I don't have like the final rotations like available to me. So I'm like trying to remember the movements for it and like what I'm supposed to add to it. And I was like, and I do Final Sting. Eventually I was the last one up, and I was being fucking auto-attacked. And we did kill it, but it was it was very hype, but very stressful. And everyone's just like, Final Sting it! I was like, I'm a healer, but... Oh, there it is. Oh wait, that's an Aether Current. I'm having a hard time telling this story and doing what I'm supposed to be doing here. I can't find my survey location, which is really what's complicating matters. When we go back and do the Alexander raids, you can be up to 70 now. So while we still have to do them at 60, our gear will be a lot better. So that I'm looking forward to. Why can I not find this survey location? Survey the... It should be like a little glowy... A little glowy thing, right? Get out of my way, blocks. Couldn't be any more in the circle that I need to be. Can't go up there. No, just the compass. Where is the survey location? Journey. You've obtained 3 stone tickets. Okay. Main ingredient. A massive... Or make your way to the sleeping stones and engage the largest specimen you can find. This is the sleeping stones. Oh my god. I'm blind or dumb. Perhaps both. Could be both. Did it. 1,000 years later, I figured it out. No problem. Easy peasy. I should probably just... not jump off a cliff, as I am wont to do, and just teleport back. I do love jumping off cliffs. It really is. I was thinking about Blue Mage. And I could hear Max's voice in my ears telling me to final sting, as I was not final stinging. That's all I could think about. Oh. I would have uninstalled Final Fantasy if I had screwed that up. And made it so we did not clear the A12S fight. And I'm like, that's enough gaming for me. Forever. Hello. Were you able to procure a suitable core? Somehow. Ah, yes, this will do nicely. Enough to create a decent-sized dose, at any rate. I've gathered together the other ingredients, so all that's left to do is deliver them into the hands of an experienced alchemist. Ah, but Arya must be wondering where we are. Why don't you go on ahead to Idleshire and avail her of our progress? I'll meet you there as soon as I'm finished haggling with the potion mixers in Ulda. Oh, you're gonna... No, let me talk to Severian. I love Severian. I can get you a real good deal. I'm his finest assistant. I can make that shit myself. Busty buns. It is poppin' in Idleshire. I'm always so surprised. Used to be so dead. A kind of potion, and it's supposed to help with the hunger? That will be one less worry then. Do you think Zerun will be back soon? I am returned. Arya, pray drink this concoction, and I shall tell you of our discoveries in Garabanya. By the gods! The taste was not exactly pleasant, but I already feel much recovered. It's as if a cool stream of water has poured on the fire of my chest. I don't know how to thank you. Your smile is the finest reward we could ask for, but I ask that you do not become complacent. That tonic is merely meant to help replenish your depleted aether. It will do not to undo the underlying affliction. I understand. If I exhaust my mana again, I'll be back where I was, a savage controlled by hunger, which means I should give up on training for now. For now. So you think Lambert infused me with Voidsent blood while I was held captive? According to what I found in the Yellow Jacket's incident records, the span of time that elapsed between your kidnapping and subsequent rescue was not terribly long, and for much of your ordeal you were shut inside a box. It seems unlikely that there was sufficient opportunity to perform a highly complicated and dangerous ritual. No, we must look elsewhere for the truth behind your condition. You must let me help you. If it allows me to begin practicing magic again, even one day earlier, it is torture watching the moments pass, wasting time I could be using to catch up to you. You'll get there. I'll certainly try, though I'm not sure what help I'll be. I think we'll have our suffering friend delve into the scrolls for us. The Charlians have left behind a veritable mountain of lore through which we can dig for answers. Akali, I shall leave you to your training. After all, you must give Arya an ever-growing peak to look up to. Zerun has a particular book he wishes to track down. Greetings, Akali. Arya and I have begun wading through the sea of ancient texts, but we've yet to fish out any promising cures for her condition. I did, however, recall something which may help narrow down our search. Long ago, Lambert had one particular book which he would read with uncommon intensity. I've forgotten the title now, but I do remember that inside was scrawled the memoirs of a deranged killer who was executed as a heretic in Ishgard. This criminal is said to have committed a number of ritualistic murders, all carried out with a most peculiar form of thaumaturgy. The fucking jingle bells that just passed by as I'm reading this, like... there's a serial killer that was... just... little snowman. I merely thought it a vulgar choice of reading material at the time, but now I wonder if that particular form of thaumaturgy was what kept Lambert glued to its pages. It sounds positively awful, and yet it might just give us the clues we've been missing. I'll see if I can track those memoirs down. I understand it's quite a rare volume, and when it comes to hunting down elusive treasures, it may be worth consulting a professional treasure hunter. Akali, are you acquainted with Midnight Dew? Why don't you take Arya and pay her a visit? I will try my hand at a different route. It's a long shot, but Rowena is known to stock a truly eclectic range of wares. Yusuke? Persona 5 Yusuke? Did they make Persona 5 Yusuke a catboy? Yes. And not a samurai. Yusuke. Midnight Dew is over here. Is this the Midnight Dune Zurin asked us to meet? Ah, it's you. Something you need? A heretic's memoirs for the young lady here? Bit of an odd request, but who am I to judge? Oh, so you're working with Zurantia then? Thought you wanted it for some sort of tasteless personal collection. Let me think now. Ishgardian heretic, ritualistic killings. Oh hells, it couldn't be. One of my fellow salvagers was just telling tales of a treasure he spied in the Great Gubo Library. A rare book called Nightkin. Claims he glimpsed the title as he was running for his life through Rhapsody's Quadrangle. 'Tis a sought-after tome for collectors of the macabre, said to be written by an Ishgardian murderer who believed himself some manner of demon. Half a diary, half a grimoire, and chock full of bloody lunacy. Well, it certainly fits the description. We should head back to Rowena's and share the news with Zerun. Thank you for your help, Midnight. Zerun's back. He'll want to know what we learned from Midnight Dew. Yes, Night King. That was the title. Written by a killer who thought himself born of fiends. Such a belief would certainly brand him a crazed heretic in Ishgard, but I suspect the truth is he was much like Lambert, a mage who delved too deeply in forbidden arts. And you say the book was seen in the Great Gubo Library. I've not entered that place since the Charlines departed this land. What of you, Akali? Like the back of your hand, eh? Well, then I vote for you to be our guide. I hadn't known the library's gardens had turned hostile. I'm sorry, Arya, but you will have to remain behind. No sense putting you in a situation where you might be forced to fling spells. Oh, I would have liked to have seen those fabled shelves, but you're right, of course. Come, Akali, let us hurry through the hinterlands ere some intrepid scavenger makes away with our prize. Intrepid. I love you, Elfa. You perfect little chocobo. So I run right into a pole. Where are we going? Across the map, actually. I don't have vistas unlocked, but I do believe if you have vistas unlocked, in Heavensward through Shadowbringers, there are little blue bubbles, like little blue baubles that you can see, and there is one like right here. And what you mostly it's not always this. You do slash lookout. And that will... Some of them are different, like you'll have to do slash pray. It sort of depends a lot on the clue that you're given. I don't have them unlocked. But there's one, like, right here. ARR ones are a little different. That is that there is no sign. They don't have a little bubble, and they are time and weather based. So some of them won't spawn for like a week, which is very cool. A very cool thing that Final Fantasy has done. They're a little easier now because you can fly in a Realm Reborn. I did it when that you could not fly in a Realm Reborn, and let me tell you, it sucked. It was not good. Right, let's not dawdle once we're inside. We make straight for Rhapsody's quadrangle and leave as soon as we've acquired the tome. From what I remember, the book Lambard would read was of fair thickness and bound in leather covers. Hopefully it will not be too difficult to find. Zurin, I don't know how to tell you this, but I am extremely undergeared for this. So I hope you're ready to tank, because I need you to. Come on. Come on. Tank the monsties. Zurin. I hate Cat Boy. Come on, Zurin. Tank the monsties for me. Oh my god. Fine. I'll tank the monsties. It didn't go off. Well, now I'm attacking the wrong thing. The targeting is good. Or it's not detargeting, it's tab targeting. C targeting is something else. Equally as bad. Oh, I'm gonna die. Zerd. I told you I was under geared. I know. Zern, I told you, you have to tank. I'm not geared for this. Fucking Cat Boy. I'm glad he has a super powerful overheal, because I definitely don't. This is a nightmare. I can't wait for the boss to like two-shot my bones. I have a dot and it's bad. I'm saving my mana for the whatever we fight in that room. A steady and tank for me. Why won't you do it, sir? Please. Maybe there isn't a boss in here. A pile of books. Oh good. I should have used my sword attack. I thought things were gonna get real bad. In the year 960 of the Sixth Astral Area, a murder did occur wherein a member of the clergy was struck down by a knight of common birth. The knight, whose name was Tiphiniel, wet his blade in the priest's blood after witnessing the unspeakable abuse of an orphan wife under the pretense of an exorcism. May his conviction in the face of corrupted faith be praised. These pages contain incredibly detailed pictures of female deities in various stages of undress. No male divinities appear to be included in this collection. I want that one. During the Thorn Dynasty, a series of unsolved killings shook the very foundations of Ul'dah. The murderer was so named for the practice of leaving a card from the deck of an arcana by the bloody bodies of the slain. Officials publicly suggested that the murderer selected targets based upon divinitation, as several key figures of a faction that opposed the royal house were prominent amongst the victims. However, it was whispered that the seemingly random slaughter was merely a cover for political assassinations. The ink has faded to the point of illegibility. Today I visited the 12's Wood, Lady Amadine of the Dardanors, a regular patron of mine, bid me call upon her household. I set off with confidence, my latest masterpiece in hand, but it was within the walls of the Hake Manor I beheld the true pinnacle of perfection. Ah, fuck. That wasn't a lot of damage, was it? Oh no. Zern, you missed one! My bones. Ugh. I am the descendant of demons, a scion of tainted blood. It is for my brethren, born into darkness, for the Night King, that I pen these words. The holy men will insist my teachings are madness, the ravings of a deranged killer, but you shall learn that all I scribe henceforth is eldritch true, and their faith the twisted lie. Yes, we found it. There can be no mistake. We needn't tarry in this place. I've breathed my fill of moldy parchment. You did it well in there, Akali. I've never known acquiring a book from a library to be such a strenuous endeavor. May I see the tome? You may have it. Yes, the author does certainly seem convinced of his demonic heritage. I can see how the clergy of the time would have passed these writings off as a heretic's delusion, but the spellcraft contained within is aught but incoherent rambling. Within his memoirs, this mage has provided specific instructions on the workings of forbidden sorcery. Little wonder that Lambert spent so much of his time studying the tome's secrets. But there is more, much more. Let us return to Idleshire. Arya needs to hear this. I'm just gonna do a little teleport back. Oops. I don't have any caster clothes. One, because I can't win anything to save my life in dungeons, and two, because healing and caster stuff comes up together. So you're always beamed. Welcome back! Zero's had his head buried in his book since he returned. I've just finished slogging through the last pages of The Night King. There were truths I discovered which made it difficult to continue, but amongst a mounting sense of horror I found hope. Thus I bid you listen until the end of my tale. I shall begin with the author himself. And so this man who wrote The Night King was not merely some disturbed killer, but a mage who had mastered the arts of the ancients. Exactly so. A century ago in Ishgard, this monster in mortal guise devoured all manner of forgotten texts, teaching himself everything from red magic to Machai summoning rituals. The secret to his seemingly inexhaustible power lies in his bloodline. He was directly descended from Hamakai Archmagus, who had ingested the lifeblood of the void-sent Queen Lilith. In fact, it was with this very Archmagus that a vile practice of infusing oneself with void-sent blood first began. I believe I told you how the Red Mages later outlawed these rituals, but the damage had already been done. Lilith's insidious energies had been passed on to the Archmagus heirs. This clan of aether-drinking spellcasters became known as those who were born into darkness, the Night King. The revelation which truly struck me, however, has yet to come. I discovered that Lambert was a scion of the Night King clan, and quite likely so are you, Arya. The book's author was of the Callowise family, a surname shared by Lambert. With no small amount of trepidation, I determined to look once more into your family records, and learn that the Callowise name was also prevalent on your mother's side. This can be no coincidence. Are you saying that the void-sent blood runs in my veins? It explains your preternaturally strong affinity for black magics. When I remember that Lambert was of similar arcane disposition, the connection is even more obvious. He had no need to ingest fiendish blood. He simply awoke the corruption which had always lurked within him. The rituals for doing so were clearly described within the pages of the Nightkin. Were these rituals performed upon me too? Again, it is doubtful considering the complex requirements. My theory is that your latent talents were stirred to wakefulness quite by accident, through your inductions into the ranks of the Red. I wonder, however, why the same awakening that took years for Lombard occurred so swiftly in you. An innate affinity, mayhap. Whatever the case, that this unstable condition was triggered by your desire for control certainly explains Lombard's parting barb about your injustice of your fate. But all is not lost. There is a way to undo the curse of your lineage. The first Callowise drew Lilith into our physical world by providing a mortal host for her soul to possess. He stood unflinching before the fiendish queen he had summoned, and forged with her a bargain of blood and darkness. Once the Archmagus had partaken of her essence, however, he trapped her inside a heavily glyphed box. Her material form thus captured, Lilith was unable to return to her shadowy realm. It was written that her imprisonment on this plane of existence was a necessary act, lest the potency of her blood begin to wane. Do you understand what this means, Arya? I think so. The corruption inside me will last only as long as the Void-Sent Queen remains in our world. Oh, I see. We need to find the box and banish Lilith back into the void. Exactly right. Defeat the Void-Sent and the curse upon your blood is lifted. Of course, the creature of Lilith's stature would ordinarily present a near insurmountable challenge. We are fortunate, then, that the summoner bound her essence to a feeble vessel to prevent her from manifesting her full power. Even we few should stand a chance against her lesser incarnation. Now, it appears the author succeeded in tracking down Lilith's prison, and though the book makes no mention of the event, it is entirely possible that the box passed into his possession. Our surest best will be to follow his footsteps. Rest and prepare, my friends. We have an exciting adventure ahead of us. So, now we have Dark Knight to do. And I don't know where I left them. Like, at all. I'm going to say... I'm gonna say Tail Feather. But that seems incorrect. I think they might still be in Western Kurthus. Oh shit. Oh, there they are. What up, kids? They found comfort in seeing the dead. They had so much to say to them, but I don't know what I could say to her. She knew it was false, yet it still had power over her. Could there be truth in a lie, and perhaps salvation as well? Sudaguru is about to make a suggestion he will immediately regret. Oyakali, I imagine you'd like to get back to it, and so would I. Unfortunately, Mist remains inconsolable. His failure with Laudy, such as it was, weighs on his mind. He's afraid of repeating the same mistake with others. And so, for lack of a better idea, I'm thinking it's time to pay another visit to those furry little shites in the churning mists. What? But why? I can't imagine Mist helping a Moogle. My master used to take me to such places like Mogholm when the city became too much. The fresh air, the quiet, the isolation. And yes, I have not forgotten how the Moogles helped Rael and me when we were moody and brooding, though I would argue that we reconciled in spite of their intervention, not because of it. Whatever you say, Sid. Whatever you say. Don't worry, I haven't given up yet. How could I? You wouldn't. I don't want to go to Mogholm. I can't fly there. It's good to see you again, Moggy. I hope your friends haven't been getting into too much trouble. Oh, you know, Moggy. Trouble follows me wherever I go, Kupo. Where is Miss? I don't know. Right then. Water under the bridge. No need for palms to be torn from heads and shoved down throats. Yet. Our Mist is taking in the sights, I believe. Why don't you join him? Say some cryptic bullshit to me, Mist. The wind in your hair, the sun on your face. Here you can immerse yourself in the beauty and the calm and forget the horrors. Almost. How far you have come, you and I. The others, they hesitate, but you understand the obligation, the duty, the need for atonement. For what do you need to atone? We have lost so much. So many friends and loved ones. So many moments. We thought we could keep and preserve them. but we are left with anguish in the end. Time strips us of even this bitter remainder, if we let it, but I cannot. This pain, this sadness, it is mine to bear, mine alone. This I understand now. Their grief will be mine, and in return I will give them peace. But who, and when, and where? That is the question. Even we have our limits. Who did I lose? Everyone. No one. We have always been apart, have we not? Perhaps one day you will understand, and then you will share my loathing and contempt. Oh, forgive me. I have been away from the others for too long. Sid will be worried. We must return to them at once. Did you and Mist have time to talk? Is Sid upset? I'm not sure. I think I heard him grinding his teeth. There you are. I trust Mist has ample time to reflect upon his mistake. I have. I am ready to resume my search for those I might help with my power. Difficult though it may be, I do not intend to give up. Glad to hear it. In that case, there's no need to remain here any longer. I say we leave this accursed place and never return. Don't be silly, Sid. I say we show Mist more of the turning mists. We did come all this way, you know. Come on, there's this place I'd like to show you. Now wait just a goddamn moment. You can't go running off on your own like that. You'll get eaten by a three-headed goobu. Riel? A Riel. Fucker me with the bleeding. Come on, they can't have gone far. Watch out for the belligerent Gervanian's mischievous moogles. Oh god, I hope they didn't go far. They went pretty far. But I can't fly. At least I could just run through here and not be attacked. Allegedly. What have you done? Don't give me that look. If the little bastards didn't want their heads caved in, they shouldn't have tried to sneak up on me. Besides, they're still alive. You want to give me credit for holding back. Anyway, I lost sight of the children, and I'm not sure which way they went. I'll head north and circle back towards Asha. You head straightways there. Weirdest. All good. We just head straight through the settlement and they'll be right there. Did we come this far with Riel the first time? I simply don't remember. Man, I wish there was more time. There's so many things like I kind of want to do and show off. Alas. We are running out of time, but they're the crafting for Heavensward, the crafting quests, or like Beast Tribe quests. You rebuild some of this place with the Moogles, and it's really good. I think it's like I can't get carbuncle butt out of my face, but it's like right up there. Riel tells me she has rather fond memories of this place. You should have seen the look on Sid's face when the Moogle started singing and dancing. He was utterly speechless. Um, why were the Moogles singing and dancing again? It was stupid, really, but I guess you could say that Sid had become obsessed with trying to live up to his master's example, and for all the wrong reasons. He lost his family when he was younger than me. Sir Umpken took care of him, and Frey, but then they died too, so it's just the two of us now. He was angry and short-sighted, but now, well, he's still both those things, but not as much as before. So that's progress, I suppose. Sid's master was very dear to him, wasn't he? Oh, thank the gods. You should never run off like that. Do you wish to see him again? Your master? Ha! Where is this coming from? What has Riel been telling you? I mean, there is much I wish I could have asked him before he passed, but... No, wait, no. Don't you dare, you little shite. Oh, Sid. Charming as ever, I see. Master! And this must be Frey's successor, a worthy one, I have no doubt. My name is Umpken, and it is an honor and a pleasure to meet you, Akali. You did well to come so far on your own before meeting Sid, and together you have both grown so much, in mind and body and soul, as dark knights and as true heroes. There was a time when I was hailed as a hero too, for deeds meteorous in the defense of Ishgard and in the name of the Fury. A brave and true temple knight I was, slayer of countless Dravanians, a commander beloved and respected by his men. They would follow me into the seventh hell. And indeed, that is where I led them, time and time again. They would fall, and I would earn the accolades, and then they would give me more green boys with dreams of glory. Green boys with red blood spilled on white snow. Again and again and again. And then one day, I couldn't remember the first one's face. I had forgotten the face of the first boy who gave his life for me. That was the day I left the Temple Knights. I know that tale by heart, but not the tale of what came after. Why a goodly man with titles and wealth, a man who could have lived out his days in quiet comfort, why that man chose instead to walk the path, and to once more accept 2 children into his care. Aye, you asked me that very question long ago, and I told you that one day you would understand, when you were older and wiser and stronger. Shall we put you to the proof, Sid, and see if today is that day? You were always fond of your tests. Now, don't be cross. You've only yourself to blame. These are your memories, remember? But of course you do. The point is, deep down you wanted this, and while there's no substitute for the genuine article, you could do a lot worse. So do me this honor, all of you. One last dance with the dead. Show me the man you have become, Sidiru of the Obsidian Heart. This was hard back then, because you had to toggle tank stance on and off to do enough damage to this man. But I don't think that will be the case anymore. I'm bored of this now. He's gonna die. I can't stop that. Oof. Well, rest in peace, then. She just runs over to him. Well done, Akali, well done indeed. Frey would be proud to know that you carry on his legacy, and mine. And Sid, my boy, my beloved boy, you nearly had me. Oh, spare me your sympathy, you bloody shade. I lost, and that's the end of it. You kept Rael and Akali out of harm's way, Sid. You did well. Learn to shut up and take a compliment. You asked me once why I chose to walk the path. Why I chose to look after you and Frey, even though deep down you already knew. But since I lost, I owe you the answer from my lips. I was angry. Angry with the Temple Knights, angry with myself, angry with this twisted world where good men die for nothing. I was seeking justice for my boys, and forgiveness for my sins. I saved lives and punished the wicked, and for a time that was enough. But nothing lasts forever, does it? And a man ought to have a legacy. I failed my boys as a Temple Knight, but you two are my second chance. I would teach you everything I knew, everything I learned from my mistakes, so that you wouldn't have to make them. I would send you out into the world to do great things, and maybe, it would all balance out. But that's all I have to say about that. You know what comes next, don't you? Though I suppose I ought to give you a word of advice before I disappear in a puff of smoke. I'm your predecessor's master, after all. People like us will never know peace. Every moment brings us closer to death. Those of our enemies, our loved ones, and yes, our very own. The fear of death is what keeps most men alive. The dread, the desperation to escape the inevitable, if only for a little longer. But we are not like most men. We have seen what awaits us beyond the abyss. We have tasted that despair, bathed in that oblivion. We have wept rivers for our dead, and cursed the gods for their cruelty. That is our sword and our strength, and that is why you may one day stand above us all. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Take care, Sid. Be nicer to the girl, and try and be less of a chocobo's arse. Oh, for the love of... Sid is in a bad way. I think Sir Omkan may have overdone it a bit. They weren't supposed to fight. For an illusion, that bastard hit awfully hard. Reclaim your ether so we can leave. I may need to visit a healer. In the depths of the abyss, a flame lingers. As the aether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, you hear a whisper. Good, good. Glad to see it all worked out in the end. As for you, Mist, I distinctly recall telling you not to do that. Forgive me, if I had known it would come to violence, Don't you dare start pouting. I'm annoyed, aye, and sore all over, but it's nothing that won't heal with time. All I ask is that you promise not to do it again without warning and consent. Memories can be awfully powerful and painful in more ways than one. That said, he was right. I've only myself to blame. If I thought I could defeat him, I would have. But I didn't think I had a chance, and so I didn't. Ugh. His injuries are worse than I thought. We should head back to Mogholm. For a moment, I was certain he would fly into a fury. Could it be that he is grateful for the experience after all? Then it was not in vain. Tired and broken though he may be, he is nevertheless better for the pain, and in time, we too may be. There is still hope. Redemption is not beyond us. Ugh, I'm afraid Riel is right. I'm going to need some time to recover. I'm not fit to travel in my condition, which means, oh gods help me, I'm going to have to stay with these furry little shites even longer. 2 more times, was it? 2 more times and then we'll be finished with this boy's crusade. Not soon enough. Akali, be a dear and punch a Moogle for me, would you? Okay. I'm getting him. He'll heal, but I'm afraid it's going to take a while. The Moogles can probably help, though Sid would have to let them. And good luck convincing him. It's okay, we're on the move right now, because the next quest is available. Mist has been waiting for you for a long time. As you can see, Sid has yet to fully recover from his bout with Sir Ompen, and there is no telling how much more time he will require. But my quest will brook no delay. If we must seek out another soul in need of succor without assistance, then so be it. Do you agree? Then we are of one mind. Now then, where shall we begin our search? War is perhaps the greatest source of man's misery. So much death and destruction. A battlefield, perhaps. Yes, yes, the slaughter you bore witness to at Castrum Oriens is precisely that of which I speak. A tragedy which tore apart the lives of every man and woman it touched. My mind is made up. That is where we must go. If I had it my way, I'd not let you out of my sight. But again, it's your soul crystal at stake. I'm only here to help reclaim your aether. If you think you can look after him by yourself, then by all means. As for me, I think I finally regained enough strength to make the journey back to Ishgard. When you've finished in Garabanya, come and find us at the Forgotten Night. Castrum Oriens. Goodbye, nerds. Castrum Oriens, how it buzzes with life! So many brave soldiers resolved to their duty no matter the cost. But I have no doubt there will be a cost, and it will be most high, for no man is beyond the reach of fate. Death will not be denied. This place, it weighs on me. Anywhere but here I would search. Ah, fuck. It's so far. I just want everything to be close, because I can't fly. Oh, they're doing their fishing quest. So the fishing quests, if you don't like fishing, absolutely suck. Because before, like, if you were having a hard time catching the fish you needed, you could just buy it, but you can't do it this time. All the fish are unique to the fishing quests. So you have to do it. You have to do it legit. And there's one part where they require spearfishing, and that's an absolute nightmare. I will never fish again for any character. Come to share the fire. I would stand to greet you, stranger, but my legs, my eyes, the whole of me is not what it once was. Akali, I know that name and that voice. By Ralga, you're still alive. Praise him. Praise him. Who is this man on the verge of death? Is he your friend? Nay, though I am flattered you would think so. This woman made medicine for me long ago, at the behest of Captain Meffred, when we were still in Quarry Mill. If I'd kept it all for myself, I'd have made a full recovery, but I couldn't. I had a dear friend, you see, and so I made a choice. He got better, I didn't. Ended up working for the Griffin, he did. As a right-hand man, even. But like all the rest who went to the wall, he never came back. The irony of it, that I be the one to outlive them all, if only for a little while. And so I sit here and await the reckoning, as I rot from the inside out, the husk of the freedom fighter I aspired to be. No, this is not the ending you deserve. I will not allow it. This man, the man he spoke of, the one whose life he chose to save at the cost of his own, the man is proof of his nobility. If he were here... Do you wish to see him again, your dear friend? Hodart? Aye, more than anything. But there's no point in praying for the impossible. He died with the rest, I'm sure of it. He was the Griffin's double, and one of his top commanders besides. You're a kind boy, you are, and I'm grateful for the company in these twilight hours, but there's no need to trouble yourself further. My time is nearly spent. And spend the remainder thinking of better days, Galleon, and not dwelling on the deaths of me and mine. God strike me down, Hodart! No, it can't be. This is not more than a trick, an illusion, a lie. But even if it is alive, hear me, Hodart. I have a favor to ask of you. One final favor for a dying fool. Return to the Reach, to Bloodstorm, and offer our prayer for our brothers there. I will, Galleon. You have my word. We should talk outside. Will you go with Hardart? He has to make it. I've not left but this. I have to believe. To Mifrid and Galleon, you were larger than life. I always wanted to meet you, and here we are. Though I reckon this really doesn't count, does it? If only I could go back and tell myself what a blind, bloody fool I was to place my trust in the Griffin. Maybe then Galleon wouldn't be dying alone. Listen, he hasn't got much time. I'll lead the way. The wilds between here and the Reach aren't too dangerous, but as you can see, I'm unarmed, so I'll not be any good in a fight. Nor will I fear. We will have to rely solely on you for protection. I have no doubt you can keep us safe. You're the bleeding warrior of light, after all. Let us be off. Ralger's Reach isn't that far. Some beefy boys. Oh, I guess I am of the same level. Strong as ever, eh? Stronger than you were before that day, I reckon. They say that when the Griffin's men realized you were coming to stop them, they grew panicked and unsure. How could they take arms against a woman hailed as the hero of Eorzea, a hero who had personally intervened in their lives for the better? Some stood their ground and died then and there for it, I imagine, while others looked the other way and tried to find some more Imperials to kill. I pray I wasn't foolish to try and fight you. I owed you better. Hodor, speak to me. I'm fine. Just got dizzy all of a sudden. We have to hurry, do you hear me? We have to make it to the Reach. Hodor has to stay strong. He has to remember what's at stake. I made a promise to Galleon. I will not fail you, brother. It cannot be the distance. We haven't traveled far enough yet. A man's memories can't outlive him. I told you, he hasn't got much time left, and neither do I. I'll hold on as long as I can, but in the end, it's not up to me. No, I will not allow it. He will endure. He will fulfill Galleon's wish. So close. Hodor, you must go on. You must make Galleon whole. Remember, Hodor. That was the wrong voice, but it's fine. Don't you think I know that? He saved my life, and we all went and died for naught. For naught! All we wanted was to go home. Oh, come, ye wayward brothers, bereft of hearth and home. Beneath yon burning star there lies a heaven for the bold. Raise up your hands and voices. Let fill your hearts with pride. Above the churning waters we stand strong and unified. We can still go home. Even now, after everything we have done, we can still go home. He fell and would not rise. He began to shake and he was so close. He could have made it. He should have made it. How cruel the gods to tempt us with promise of his redemption. We did not fail. They failed us. They failed us. I. Forgive me. My failure is my own. I had my chance and I squandered it. Reclaim that which was yours. As the aether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, you hear a whisper. It is not finished. Not yet. You will come and pray with me. The thunder in Ralgar spooked me. Here is where we are to pay respect to the dead. What good are prayers to the dead? They have not ears to listen, nor eyes to see, or hearts to console. Naught remains of them, save fleeting recollections, soon lost to time and to the abyss. We are left only with pain, a lingering sadness for names and faces, consigned to oblivion. How are we to withstand this relentless onslaught which threatens to consume us? Is there no truth but this, that all men must die? Is this our world to suffer or to shape? The world is what we make of it, I by my sword. That is my truth. Indeed, we are only bound by the God's law by choice. We cannot save everyone, can we? Sometimes it is all we can do to save ourselves. Does any of it matter? What, if aught, have we wrought by our own hands? One last time, I gave you my word and I mean to keep it. But know this, every intervention has come at a cost, a sacrifice. When I have finished, naught will remain of me. But it does not have to be. For all our faults, for all our failures, we have made a difference. All the lives we have shattered, we can make them come together again. Time and death are true enemies, need hold no power over us. I can make a place for you in my world. You need only ask. We should go back to Ishgard. You must miss Sid and Riel. Well, Sprightly, that is exactly what Mist is supposed to, remind you of. Mist has Ysael's hair, but it's Orshafont's hair color. So, you are absolutely right. If that is what Mist reminds you of, then they have done their jobs. Ysael has unique hair that you cannot get. So Mist is the only other character with that hairstyle. Forbidden child. Is everything alright, Akali? Akali, I pray your trip to Garabanya was productive. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm glad you reclaimed more of your Aether, but I wish the circumstance hadn't been so depressing. For Mist's sake, we shall have to see how he is feeling when he returns. No, as far as I'm aware, he has yet to return to Ishgard. He certainly isn't here, as you can see. Oh, god damn it. Don't tell me he decided to run away. And just when I was beginning to trust the little bastard. No, I could still be wrong. He's earned a little trust. A few days' worth. No more. Okay. We will definitely finish the Dark Knight quest before we start Shadowbringers next week. Red Mage might be a bit of a lost cause. I don't want to spend too much time going over in class quests. And we have 2 more Red Mage ones, but only the 1 more Dark Knight one. I kind of wanted to do. Well, it was going to be impossible to do all the role quests at the same time anyway. But we'll get it done. It's not completely lost like Ninja is. I don't know how I'm going to level up Ninja in time. So we are going to do. I had forgotten that I also needed to level up certain class or crafting and gathering quests for an important quest in Shadowbringers. So everybody's incredibly behind. And I think I've leveled up the right ones. They split them into groups. And I know Alchemist and Culinarian are one group. I believe Blacksmith Armor and Goldsmith are another. These are one group. And then I'm thinking Leather, Carpenter, Weaver were all one group too. I'm hoping it wasn't like Goldsmith, Carpenter, and then I've screwed up on this, but I really thought these three were together. Well, we'll see. We'll find out one way or another. But we're going to do a little bit of our crafting quests with the last hour. Oh god, what should I start with? While we are here... Actually... Oh, we never finished Zol's quest line. Well, shit, let's go do that while we are here in Ishgard. Idleshire. I didn't realize we never finished her little orphanage sideline. Oh, not those. What's on the... Oh, Heartfelt Gifts. Okay. Can do. I think I only need to make 3. Man, I don't remember how to craft. I have forgotten all the knowledge. No. Collective... No. Custom deliveries. Zol. Heartfelt Gifts need Heartfelt Gift components. Shit, how many components do you need? 3? So we need 3, 6, 9. Because I think we only need to make 3 of them. Oh shit, I did this wrong. You know what? That's fine though. Oh sweet, I can make them instantly. Let's go. We're not gonna bother trying to high quality this stuff, it don't matter. They're taking high quality, not like, they're not removing high quality items completely, but like, so when you go mining and gathering, you can't get high quality items anymore. So that's gonna make crafting very weird this upcoming expansion. They'll have to make crafting slightly easier, I suppose, in order to, like, make up that difference. Alright, how do we do this? We need... Shouldn't have inventoried so soon. Of course it's an excellent. Fuck this game. Fishing? Well, that went terribly. Dude. It's the lowest it can be. 63? Fantastic. We've done it. Fishing's not too bad when you first start. It's very simple. Catch fish. It gets absolutely maddening. I don't know how anyone has the patience for it. I got insanely deep into crafting. When Shadowfingers first dropped, there was the whole Ishgard restoration. And I was like, it was like PvP crafting, and I was super, super into it. Because I really, really wanted the title, and it was supposed to be a different title for every competition. And I think I spent, because no one, I was on Crystal at the time, and nobody that was in my FC was really keen on the whole Ishgard thing at first. And so I was kind of the only one doing it, and I wanted to make top 12 so badly, because you had to be top 12 in your data center in order to get the title. And it got to the point where I was like, I don't have the ability to gather the items I need and also craft, because every moment counts. So I ended up having to buy the mats that I needed in order to keep crafting. And I think I spent 11 million gil to keep myself in the top 12. And I think I ended in 7th, despite everything that I had done. What am I doing here? Which was good. I got the title. And then they changed it before the second one dropped and said it was going to be the same title all 3 times. Which I got, but was also like kind of disappointed. You still got an achievement though. So the second time I was over here on Aether, and I had people funneling mats into me this time because I didn't have 11 million gil to blow. I failed every single time. I need... Can I get... and I went from, I think it was 5th place to 13th place overnight. And I gave up. I was like, I can't do this. It was so insane, and like, I just couldn't do it. I didn't have enough mats. Like, there were bigger FCs that were helping like their FC mates, and I was very, very bummed because I did want to do it again, but I couldn't. And I don't think I tried the 3rd time. I was just in it to make money. I think this is a bust. She's not gonna take this one. It's just unlucky RNG. I'll buy the right stuff this time. I just don't remember how to craft low-level stuff, which makes this a little bit tricky. I don't actually think I'm super... Well, I should be better geared this time. The fishing is an absolute nightmare. I've caught 3 of the super rare fish, and that was about all I could stand. That's a little bit better. That's how I should have been doing it. Oh wells. Get that broken present out of here. Oh, Kali, thanks to you, the children are as happy as Zol's ever seen them. If only you could see their beaming faces. Level 69, nice. Miss Akali, Miss Zol, thank you so much for the presents. This is my best name day since Mummy and Daddy got me a wind-up Moogle. My best friend was so happy too. She said it's the second happiest day of her life after the day she saw a real-life dragon. Did I tell you how much I love dragons? You certainly did, Takebi. And guess what? Zol loves dragons too. But I'm glad your name day was a happy one. Just wait and see what I have planned for you next year. Look at her, the way she ran up. Hi, Zol. I just came to say hi. Which I guess I just did. Are you working hard? Cole's working hard too. Who's this nice-looking woman? Is she the one helping you with your business? Cole wishes she had an adventure helping her too. She sure is. Akali here has been a godsend ever since she showed up. The guild's been flowing in virtually non-stop. That's wonderful, Zol. Oh, Cole almost forgot. Takebi, guess what? Cole has a new story for you. I think it might be my best ever. You want to hear it, don't you? Yay, I sure do. Does it have dragons in it? Please say it does. Anyway, we'll be going now. See you around, Miss Akali. And I know you're really busy, Ms. Zol, but please try not to forget our supper tonight, okay? That was my little sister Cole. She just loves telling stories. She's still just a child, but no matter how hard things get, that smile never leaves her face, even though I know she's lonely, what with her sister always working. Now that we're turning a profit at Menfia's Arms is going strong, I can finally spend more time with her. I'm sure she can't wait to tell me her latest stories, and I can't wait to hear them. But that doesn't mean Zol's closing up shop. Not for a second. We may be better off than ever before, but there's always more to be done. For the children, of course. You'll still lend me a helping hand from time to time, won't you? Nope. I'm done here. I will not be coming back. Oh, thank you ever so much. Akali, where would Zol be if it weren't for you? Probably out on the street, shivering with nary a bowl of pineapple pudding to be had. Pineapples. Oh. Okay. Zol Elf could not be happier with your efforts. She now considers you a part of the family. Furthermore, Zol's appearance may now be altered through the use of glamours. Oh, shit. Through your efforts, the finances of Menfia's Arms are now stable. It seems, however, that Zol has a different sort of favor to ask of you. What? Ahem. And with that, I would like to announce our latest client. But before I do, I must warn you, she's quite a demanding one. Our latest client is none other than me. Weren't you expecting that, were you, Akali? Why, I think I even surprised myself. Thanks to all you've done, Memphia's arms have spread wider than I ever dreamed. But there's just a few more things I need to truly make my orphanage all that I have ever dreamed. I can count on you, can't I? Future requests will be selected at random from those you've seen thus far, with a list refreshed once a week. So it's the same. I'm gonna put. I have extra clothes that I'm not using. Yeah, let's put you in some. Would you like to hang on to this hat and Noctis's clothing for me? I simply cannot be bothered. There you go. Thank you so much, Soul. You look fabulous. Alright, bye. Thank you. Oh, wait. She is not... Wait, I think I actually still have those clothes in my inventory. Damn it. It's just glamour. Oh, she looks good anyway. Let's start with cooking. Oh, wait. Please tell me. Please, please. Ah, there's only level 50 here. Okay. Does Ralgers... Why do you only have the level 50? Oh, fuck. Alright. I think we need to go to Limsa Luminsa. I think I need to talk with the head chef. And he'll tell me where to go. Oops. Hello. It has been a hot minute. Lakescath has a visitor he would like you to meet. Ah, good time unless there's someone come calling and wants to meet our most famous decorated chef. That's you, you daft sod. Your sickening modesty aside, your visitor says he's an adventurer that took up cooking on the side, not unlike your good self. Owing to that, he sees you as something of an inspiration. Any road, be a dear and go say hello, would you? You'll find him out by the dining area. A brawny sort of bloke named Rolf. Look at you, fancy man. By Ralgar, it's really you, the famous Akalayana in the flesh. I first heard about you through your adventuring exploits, and I was already plenty impressed. But then I learned you were a renowned culinarian besides, and I knew I just had to meet you. You see, for a time I was also trying to make my way as an adventurer and a culinarian both, but it soon became apparent that I was spending my limited talent too thin. So I decided to kiss the adventuring life goodbye and took up a post at Miss Rowena's cafe at Reverend's Toll. The thing is, with or without distractions, it's not easy to succeed as a chef. It's a crowded profession, as I'm sure you can appreciate, and if I'm to make a name for myself, I can't be making what everyone else is making. Nay, I need to venture into unexplored territory. To that end, I came up with a brilliant idea. And incorporate Far Eastern dishes into our menu and cater to the Doman residents of Reverend's Toll. Promising, right? Right. The thing is, brilliant idea or no, it's not easy to learn a foreign cuisine, and Far Eastern is just about as foreign as they come. It's plain I'm going to need help, and of the well-traveled sort, so I decided to turn to the most accomplished adventuring culinarian I know. You, Akali. Now, I realize you're a busy woman and we've only just met. If you say no, I won't think ill of you, but if you'd be so kind as to help out a brother, I'll be waiting for you at Reverend's Toll. Let's go to Reverend's Toll. Which works out, because I think my alchemist quests are there too. Oh, Jesus. It was just so loud in my ears. No, still? I'm so confused why I can't get the level 60 crafting gear. I'm going the right way. The kitchen was in here. Oh, nice. You came! I didn't have my hopes up, but you really came! To have the help of an accomplished culinarian like you is a dream come true. Thank the 12. Thank you. Without further ado, let's get right to the cooking. Is what I'd like to say, but I still need to decide on a Far Eastern dish to test out. If you could wait a while, I'll look into what the Domans have a hankering for. I have connections, so it shouldn't be difficult, but until we have the name of a dish, please feel free to go about your business. Again, allow me to thank you for your help, Akali. It's a great honor to be able to work with the only person in history to score a perfect 10 in the Delamon, Dior. Though I may not be in the same class as you, not even close, I promise to be the best I can and pull my weight. The next culinary quest will be at level 63. Oh shit, you're giving me clothes? Fuck yeah. Rolf has the look of a man for whom things didn't go as planned. Akali, good to see you again. Since we last spoke, I managed to learn a little about the local Dolmen's culinary preferences. Pretty much all of them are sick unto death of bread in their lunches, and they miss nothing more than rice, the staple of their homeland in particular. They want to eat the seam stuff made into convenient balls. The Doman name is Ungari, which I am told roughly translates to honorably squeezed. Well, it's just a matter of squeezing honorably. I thought I didn't need to trouble you. As a matter of fact, I've already tried my hand at it, using rice supplied by an adventurer friend. Was quite pleased with the results, too, but when I gave it to the Domans, they just said their opinion of it wasn't as high as my own. I don't know what I did wrong. I made the rice balls exactly as described, but there must be more than meets the eye. One thing's certain, though. If I can't squeeze a decent ball of rice, I don't have a future in Eorzean cuisine. Here's where I need your help, Akali. Polite a people as they are, the Domans won't give it to me straight what was wrong with my rice balls. Do you think you could go ask them in my stead? The strapping gentleman's rice balls? While he was kind to make them for us, he needs to show the same kindness to the rice. He squeezed his balls with such force, the texture was fairly crushed out of each grain. You gotta be gentle with the balls. Ah yes, Master Rolf's rice balls. 'Twas not a terrible first effort, but if I may offer some advice, he would do well to use less water in the cooking and in the shaping. Imagine that he is grasping not only grains of rice, but air as well. I saw somebody. Huh? You wish to know what was wrong with the rice balls? Well, there I was expecting the taste of home, but it turned out to be utterly foreign. Whatever seasoning was used, it completely masked the natural taste of rice. Not to sound ungrateful, of course. That's not what I meant to do. I'll be damned. I assumed you squeezed in order to keep the grains together, but it's plainly not that simple. Nor is it enough to simply cook the rice. You need just the right amount of water. As for the taste, I thought the salt alone was dull, so I came up with the brilliant idea of adding a hint of, wait for it, Far Eastern seasoning. To have it called foreign is salt in the wound, pardon the pun. Well, it seems I got about just everything wrong, but I dare say you'll fare better, Akali. While the comments are still fresh in your mind, do you think you could try making some rice balls? I have all the ingredients you need here, and Poppin there has more of the same. Well met, good madam. Poppin's my name, and I have charge over our stores. I've never had the occasion to handle Far Eastern ingredients before, but rest assured I'm eager to learn. When the rice balls are ready, please bring them outside. I'll go around and gather us some Domans in the meantime, and this time we'll make sure they leave with smiles on their faces. Okay, so To proceed with this quest, use the ingredients provided by Rolf to make a set of dome and rice balls. Should your synthesis efforts prove unsuccessful, speak with Papa to receive another set of ingredients. So they give you the ingredients this time, so I don't have to go with the market board and class quests. Struggle to see how much I'm willing to spend on ingredients. Alright, let's see. Good start. Ooh, okay. And then we want... Might be best to just do it this way. Damn, it's gonna be poor. I only have enough. Damn, that was very unfortunate. Excellent. A waiting cost 7. But we're only at 11%. Let's just fucking do it. Yeah, that's a bad hit. Damn. Thank you, I made a boo-boo. Let's try it again. I hate hasty touch. Oh, I should have. That was my mistake. Back to 15. I wish I knew how to do low level stuff again. Could eat food. That might help a little bit. That's bad, actually. Oh, lucky. I'm one short. That's a shame. Back to 15. Oh, we did it anyway. Hell yeah. 15% chance, baby. Eventually the 15 will hit. It's just math. Or statistics or something. I've gathered the Domans, and they are eager to sample your handiwork. Thank you. I'll pass these out straight away. I love chili donuts. Now that was a rice ball. There's nothing like rice to give you strength for a hard day's work. That was wonderful. Every bite called to my mind's eye images of my faraway home. Both the steaming and the shaping were done to perfection. Well done. By the 12, this is amazing. I can taste it. How the sprinkle of salt draws out the sweetness of the rice. By adding spices, I unwittingly killed those natural flavors. And this fluffy texture. This is what it means to grasp not only rice, but air as well. Gently joined as they are, the grains retain their fresh steamed plumpness and break apart at first bite. Such a simple thing, yet so good. You truly harness the best qualities of rice. Such is the spirit of Far Eastern cuisine, to respect each ingredient and allow it to shine. Forgive my interruption. My name is Anzu, and I wish to thank you for assisting Rolf. Anzu, you shouldn't be here if we're seen together. Claire, what was I to do? I was worried. However, I see now that I needn't be. You're clearly in good hands. And let us return to the matter of hand. The rice balls were a rousing success. Let's continue back in the kitchen, shall we? Using your samples as a guide, I'm going to begin serving rice balls at the restaurant. This marks our first foray into Far Eastern cuisine, and I couldn't have done it without you, Akali. Thank you. And before you go off, I should probably tell you who that girl was. Anzu's my fiancée. During my adventuring days, I often came here to trade tomestones. Here I first met her, and kept meeting her, until one day I popped the question. But there's something of a complication. But that's enough about me. Now, while the rice ball is a fine start, a start is all it is, I intend to put out more and more Far Eastern dishes, and I hope I can continue relying on your help in the days to come. Oh, they're still here in the kitchen! 63... I think everything I have is 58. Let's do pans first. In tasting new experiences as a culinarian, you have learned quality assurance. And I hit level 70. Oh, this was a much needed boost. It's no wonder that I can't make anything. Rolf has caught the waft of a tasty rumor. Oh, manipulation. That's what I've been missing. Akali, how are you? Since we began serving rice balls, I'm pleased to say that they have been fairly flying out of the kitchen. The Domans can't get enough of them, and it's all thanks to you. Of course, it was never my intent to rest on these laurels. I've been exploring new Far Eastern dishes in the course of what I caught wind of a common complaint among elderly Domans. It seems the rich and greasy food found in Eorzea tend to wreak havoc on their stomachs. For such complaints, I'm told a dish called udon is just what the healer ordered. It's a bowl of noodles in light and warming broth that's easy going down, and I'd like to try serving it up to the old ones. The key to the dish is the broth, called dashi, which as far as I can decipher means exit juice. I'm sure it sounds more appetizing in the Doman tongue. The peculiarities of language aside, dashi is made by boiling dried fish, and it's supposed to be the base for many of our Eastern dishes. Now, last time I learned all about the importance of respecting ingredients and letting them shine. With that in mind, I want to source the best dried fish possible, which means we're going to Limsa Lominsa. When we arrive, let us first visit the Bismarck and consult the guildmaster. He'll know where to point us. I'm never going to be able to make this dish. I just... until I can get the people to start unlocking stuff so that I can have better gear, we're gonna be in a tricky situation. Maybe it's, this'll be a long shot. But let's go to Ralger's Reach really quick. If it's not unlocked, it's not unlocked. And I don't know how to unlock it. But I remember back in the day, things were very much locked to their cities. And it only just changed, but... I'm gonna want to do this quest at some point. Oh. Well met, adventure. My name's Galena, and I work at the House of Splendors for my Aunt Rowena. Following her successful expansion into Idleshire and the Three City State, she decided to bring her operations here to Ralger's Reach. Our presence here serves to aid the recovery effort, creating jobs for refugees and stimulating the economy. With your skills, you would be of great help to us. And of course, if you have any collectibles, I'd be happy to take them off your hands in exchange for scripts. With locations realm-wide, it has never been easier to do business with the House of Splendors. I heard from Aunt Rowena that you're an artisan. If that's true, I've got a proposition for you. As I mentioned before, we'd like to think that our relationship with the people of the Reach is mutually beneficial. We create jobs and opportunities for people to live better lives. Perhaps you know Manago, one of the leaders of the Resistance? She not only agrees with what I said, but has even taken a personal interest in the collectibles trade. But while I'm sure she's a brilliant soldier and head for tactics, the collectibles market is an altogether different battlefield. Still, with the help of a few good crafters and gatherers, I'm sure she'll find her footing in no time. That's where you come in. If you want to, that is. Go and see her if you're interested, or don't. Okay. We do have to go. Are we in good standing now? We are in good standing. Oh, yes, here it is. Okay. Thank goodness. Since we're level 70, we might as well just start getting the level 70 stuff. That makes sense to me. Never mind, actually. We can get one thing. And one thing only. Carpenter. Okay, let's get ourselves a fancy hat. Because I love fancy hats. Oh, hell yeah. Now they know I'm a chef. Let's go talk to Manago really quickly. So Manago is like Zol. And that you turn in the collectibles to her and you get a lot of scripts. And it's very, very, very good experience. Oh, beans. Good to see you, Kali. If you're looking for these... Actually, Manago, as you can tell by my hat, I'm here to craft. Eh? Who told you I'd taken an interest in the collectibles trade? I'm surprised. I knew there were many things, but an accomplished artisan was not one of them. We would have been fools to turn you away when you offered to help the Resistance, and I'd be a fool to do it now. You're probably wondering why I decided to try my hand at a different trade. Truth is, it's not for me, but for the ones who couldn't be here today. The ones who aren't here to see what we've accomplished. A free Alamigo, a new beginning, a new future. After we defeated Xenos and the 12th, I thought long and hard about what I ought to do next. I was with the relatives of some of the dead recompense when I realized I had lost comrades, but them, they had lost husbands and wives, mothers and fathers, breadwinners. Every day would be harder than the last. We'd won freedom, aye. The freedom to be poor and die starving. Where's the justice in that? So I decided I'd do something about it. I'd establish a fund for the widows and orphans, our way of giving back a little in honor of those who gave us their all. There's just one problem. I don't know the first thing about making gil. Other than soldiering, my only other talent was hunting, and I'll not raise more than a fraction of what I need selling pelts. But when Galena told me about collectibles and the prices people were willing to pay, I knew I'd found the answer. I'll not deny I've got a lot to learn, but I'm ready and willing to give it my all. So what say you? Up for helping me build custom orders for a good cause? Of course, I'll not ask you to do it for free. You'll get your cut. Scripts. Good with the any of the house's people. Glad to have you on board. First order of business. I'm in the market for some Garabanya souvenirs. Since the liberation of Alamigo trade with the other regions has been steadily increasing, commodities people tend to struggle to get are easier to obtain, and people are getting a taste for more and more. Gridanians in particular. I've got a feeling this is going to be the start of something special. We've done it. Okay. I'm glad I found this. I was worried. I was thinking I wouldn't be doing these, but now I'm gonna. Let's see. Monago wants. We need to make 3. Oops, as I hit that. Duty. No, not duty finder. I need timers. Timers. Nope. I'll just hit every wrong button until I get where I need to be. Garbanya souvenirs. Okay. Material supply. Components. We need 2, 4, 6. Excellent. We should do these on Alchemist. Good night, Sprightly. You take care and have a... I hope your week goes a little bit better. Or a lot better, actually. Okay. Collectibles. Nope. Custom deliveries. Monago. Souvenirs. Let's go. Do not finish this craft while I hit this button. Oh, good. That was never going to happen. Okay. Do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. Okay. We're doing it 135 at a time. Okay. That should be fine. I don't know what level these need to be. Oh god. It's not good. I actually don't know if I can do this on Alchemist. She's gonna want more than 37. Or 62 for that matter. Oh, it didn't even work. Shit, hold on. Can I make them on Culinarian and then turn them in on Alchemist? I think you can. I think they eventually stop you from doing that, but they haven't done so. 157. Okay, let's give that a try. We'll see if we can cheat the system. Oh, I got my stuff back. Oh, they returned to my bag. How very nice. Oh, don't finish the craft. Good. Now we get all the goods. I think this is the way to do it. I know, crafting is very riveting. The gentle sound of the frying pan. Yeah. One more. Should be hitting inner quiet. I could bump it up a lot more if I did, but it's so good. I need to be careful, or I will fail. Oh no, we're good. Okay. Let's run back to Minago. We're gonna have a big crafting stream at some point. So I level up everything. So we can do that, it really will just be an entire day of crafting. Which will be fun. I think the crafting stories are very cute. Hello, Zeth! And hello, Nurgle. Hello. Yes, I understand. I do understand. Thank you so much for this information. Goodness gracious. Hello, Zeth! I am not too bad. How are you? And crafting is fun. I just told the tale of the PvP crafting that Final Fantasy XIV had, and my and how hard I worked. Doing your rounds. And how hard I worked to get that title. The greatest lurker there ever was. The Gridanian collectors send their warmest regards, Akali. The items you provided were quite well received, I'm told. Thanks to your contributions of you and others, we've earned enough guild to start providing payments to some of the bereaved families. In fact, a young woman from one such family is here today and would like to say a few words. My name is Germaine, miss. I joined the resistance together with my father, but when the Imperials attacked the Reach, he was killed. I'm grateful for what you're doing. I won't deny that it's been hard ever since he passed, but I wasn't expecting anything, nor do I think I deserve it, but thank you all the same. I didn't want to be a soldier when I was little. I wanted to learn things, get an education. It didn't work out that way on account of the occupation, of course. That's why Father and I joined the fight. Aw, Zath. You're almost done, though. You're like halfway through the semester. But now that the occupation's ended, I've been thinking, when Alamago needed soldiers, I became one. But now Alamago needs learned men and women, so I'm thinking that's what I'll use your guild to finally become. Thank you for this opportunity, miss. Xenos himself cut her father down when he came to the Reach that day. From what I heard, he died giving his daughter a chance to escape. We all had to make choices that day. I was wounded, so I chose to flee with Cradle and some of the others. But I wanted to stay and fight. I told him. I screamed at him. But Mifrid, he wouldn't hear it. So he stayed, and I ran. I lived, and he died. Came to light recently that he had a family too. A wife and a child. He never mentioned them before, so I had no idea. I'd like to help them, like all the other families, but we don't know where they got to, or even if they're still alive. But we'll keep on searching until we do. On the 21st of, November? In the meantime, I have to content myself with helping those I can, and I do hope I can continue to count on you for assistance. December! Oh, that's deep into December, but you're almost there. But this is the first step on the endless road. Full many of our friends died, and we owe it to them to do right by their loved ones. And we will, Akali. I know we will. Where there's a will, there's a way. Seth is gone. Minago is pleased with your efforts. She now considers you a supporter of the Resistance, Widows, and Orphans Fund. And yet there is still much work to be done before the fund can provide sufficient aid to all the families of the deceased. To that end, Minago has a new favor to ask of you. Thank you for the sippies! We did well with those Gridanian collectors, but we'll need to expand if we want to continue raising money for the fund. In short, I'd like to start dealing in Far Eastern collectibles. Apparently, according to General Alden, there are a number of wealthy individuals in Ul'dah with a deep and abiding love for all things Hingan. It goes without saying that the Ul'dah elite have more gil to spend than their Gridanian counterparts, on average, so I expect we can turn a greater profit with this venture. It'll be more work than before, but I know you're up for the task. Thank you much. I'm gonna run over here. Oh, I turned them in on Culinarian, and I meant to turn them in on an Alchemist. No. Okay. I totally forgot my master plan. We'll see if we can do it this time. So, Minago, we're doing Far Eastern Antiques. It's 246. I can also get myself a new piece of clothing. Excuse me. Yes, hello? Let's go with... We got ourselves a hat. Let's just go for the coat. Let's just do it. Let's get crazy. Oh, shit. Ooh, look how fancy! I love it. I look like a real chef. Okay. We need materials. We're making Far Eastern supplies. We need 6 of them. I know, my inventory is a disaster. Get these rice balls out of here. Okay. That was very close. My gear is becoming too good. 32. Ooh. 32 plus 24, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. Oh, a little short. I should have just done this first. But that's okay. Oh, I forgot to do Inner Quiet. Well, it is what it is. Oh, thanks for showing up, Honey Bunny Bot. It's been a while. Where have you been? Damn. Unlucky that time. I just did worse and worse, but that's okay. We zoom back to Minago. Assuming I can figure out how to get there and not get all turned around. Drive our sick motorcycle through all the refugees. It's been storming this whole time, but it isn't raining. Does it not rain in Ralgar's Reach? I don't know if you can just make an antique. I think that's false advertising. Gotta say, Akali, you've done more than your fair share for the fund. Wouldn't want to impose upon you any further. Not right now. Rest up and come around another time, alright? Alright. So now we can't do any more of these at all, because we finished both Minango's and Zol. So now we can go to Limsa-Lominsa, especially because we're geared to go to Limsa-Lominsa. We're in a much better position to be making them things. Got a fancy hat. Got a fancy coat. It's just raining everywhere. Right, let's consult the guildmaster on where to best procure the dried fish. From the fishing guild? Dried fish to make broth for a Far Eastern dish, you say? Then your best bet be using the authentic stuff. Just so happens a Kraken ship recently seized itself an Imperial merchantman way out east, one that was carrying all sorts of exotic goods. Might be as the kind of dried fish you're after's come among them. If that's the case, reckon Carvellin would be willing to cut you a deal. Why don't you go and have a chat with the bloke? Right then, let's go to the Seventh Sage. Ah, yes. Stolen fish. Oh, I should have gone the other way. the ship we seized? Aye, as a matter of fact, it was carrying some unusual cargo, among which I seem to recall some manner of dried fish. Seemed not like to fetch any coin, however, so we offloaded it in order to free up the hold for more valuable plunder. The Lady Infernal happened to pass by, so we made a gift of it to the sanguine sirens. The undiscerning fools that they are, they accepted it without question, so if you watch your fish, you'll need to speak with their captain, the ever-uncouth Rouswin. Well, looks like it's off to the missing member for us. I just think it's down the way. So there's no good teleport by Kevin. Well, I guess I could have gone up to the Mortarers Guild. That seemed counterproductive. Because it still have to go to the aft castle. It's about the same distance. Why is it so hard to find dried fish in Limsa Lominsa? Why do I have to go talk to every pirate in this town? People got their Halloween looks. Look at her, she's so cute. Hocus Pocus! I love her. This is not the way to the missing member. I think I filled up all my glamour slots with Endwalker looks, but I might have one I can sacrifice for a Halloween look. Aye, ye heard right. Kevin gave us foodstuffs from a ship it seized. Far Eastern delicacy, worth its weight in gold, he said. But what do I find when I pry open the crates but fish, what's dried up harder than a plank? I should have known better than to trust that lying whoreson. That's it. That's the fish we're after. The dolmens call it katsubushi, and you boil shaved strips of it to get broth. Will you sell it to us, Captain? Sell it to ye? Can't sell what we don't have, now can I? Worthless as it looked, I had me girls throw it overboard. But now I find myself regretting it. I should have held on to the fish so I could shove him up Carl Violin's ass. See how he enjoys his Far Eastern delicacy. Looks like there's nothing for it but to go to the Far East. But what am I going to do about the cafe? I can't leave it unattended. Excuse me, Akali. As usual, I could not help but overhear the captain's impassioned rants, and I'm happy to say I have the dried fish in our storehouse. Massey B, he hardly ever comes to visit, you see, so I adopted a little kitty to remind me of him. And it just so happens he loves dried fish more than anything else. I've since discovered that a cat is far better company than some self-centered piece of turd who ain't never around. What are we talking about now? Right, dried fish. Any friend of Akali is a friend of mine, and you are welcome to as much as you need. Please help yourself. Really? I'm in your debt, Akali. I'll go grab the fish. See you back at Reverend's Toll. Such dedication to his craft. Why, it's as if there's more that's driving him than cooking alone. As if there's love. Just a woman's intuition. Reverend's Toll. We can just leave to the Reverend's Toll. I was gonna say, it makes me pull out my giant rail when I'm trying to go into this tiny little door again. I will be cross. Right, let's get to work on the udon. Akali, I'd like you to take the shavings from the katsubushi and boil it to make the broth. Meanwhile, I'll see to the noodles. It's supposed to be hard physical work, but I'm nothing if not strong. Poppin has more ingredients in reserve, so let him know if you need anything. Shall we then? Class quests. Let's see how this go. Oh, not bad, not bad. I think that will be good. Let's do that. That. Oh, it does take that away. Okay. We want to make sure. Ooh. We should pop this now. There we go. 100%! See, I've got it. I'm getting my groove back. Am I completely overgeared and overleveled for these quests? Absolutely. Let's go. The noodles are just about done. How's the broth coming along? Wonderful. All that's left is to combine the two, and the udon will be ready. I'll have the elderly domans come over to sample it right away. Fuck, I would love some udon. I would kill a man for some udon. Ah, that was a tasty bowl of udon. The broth was good to the last drop, and light and gentle as it was, I dare say it'll be good all the way through me. I didn't think I'd get to eat udon again before I died. Brings a tear to my eye. Thank you, young ones. Thank you. He's so happy. I reckon we can call that a great success. Now I can offer udon on the menu with confidence. Well, well. I heard that an Eorzean had taken to serving Far Eastern cuisine. To think that it was you. Father. You will not call me that. You are no son to me. I will not give you my precious daughter to some vagabond. But I've given up adventuring. This is what I do now, and all that I intend to do. And I'm learning to make Far Eastern cuisine for the Doman people. An ignoble adventure making our noble cuisine? I would be laughing were not the idea so absurd. Before you pass judgment, please sample my udon. I mean Uzan-san. I may get together with my fellow adventurer here. Ha! Doubtless it will be just a rude bastardization. Oh, that looks so good. Considering it was made by an outsider, the broth is respectable, the flavors are well balanced, and 'tis plain care was taken in the boiling. The noodles, on the other hand, soggy rubbish. There's no body to them at all. They're soft and spineless, the very personification of their maker. You're worth little as an adventurer, and even less as a culinarian. I'm sorry you had to see that, Akali, but at least you know what the complication is. Anzu's father, Unzen, he's as traditional as they come and refuses to accept a vagrant adventurer like me for a son-in-law. It was to gain his approval that I gave up the adventuring life to focus on cooking Far Eastern cuisine. The problem is Unzen himself was a chef of no small renown, who had his own prestigious restaurant in Doma. From the first I knew it wouldn't be easy to impress him, but to be on the receiving end of such scorn is disheartening to say the least. In the end, though, he spoke the truth. I am not worth a damn as neither adventurer or culinarian. A far cry from you, Akali. Even so, I won't let it end like this, and I won't give up. No matter what it takes, I will succeed as a culinarian and make Unzen proud of me. I'm sorry I kept all this from you, and though my motives aren't as I first said, it doesn't change what we seek to do, and I hope I can keep depending on your help. In tasting new experiences as a culinarian, you've learned manipulation. Didn't I just... It doesn't matter. Oh, hell yeah. We're so strong. Let's see. 310. I think we will call it here. It's just gonna be more of this. I don't know how exciting this is. We really will have a crafting day right after Shadowbringers. That gives me, and it will just be these quests and me struggling to craft things over and over again. But no, we will be starting Shadowbringers. Oh, we didn't go to Eureka at all. Well, shit. We will be starting Shadowbringers next week, Saturday. We're gonna do our last Dark Knight quest because it's very important to me, and then we will move on with the main event. I will also be testing the giveaway system because when Endwalker starts, we will have a I don't have the picture up on this new setting, but we will have the Warrior of Light dolls as giveaway prizes. There will be 2 Warrior of Light giveaway prizes when Endwalker drops, and a store item, I think. As we go through Shadowbringers, we will be doing 1 Mong Station item just to sort of test the system to make sure it goes all right. So it will be 1 Mong Station item, I think of $25 value. And that will be doing not with the channel points here, I don't think, but there is a point system with the bot itself. And I will have all those commands figured out and posted so that it is easy to navigate, but it gives everybody a fair shot at winning one of those prizes, so long as you tune in and watch and all that good stuff. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you all have a very lovely evening. I am off tomorrow, but I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST with Wild Arms, and then at 6 p.m. EST with more Magery. So thank you, and take care, everyone. Goodbye!